Okay, so this first opinion is actually related to IVE's recent comeback with Afterlike. And if the song was released by any other girl group in the fourth gen, I would actually be fine with it and stuff like that. But since it was released by IVE, I have an opinion to say about it. Like, I don't really stan IVE, I don't really like their music anymore, and I'm not really a fan of their songs, and I'm going to stan them or etc. And the music isn't my cup of tea and not for me. But I cannot deny that I, with Love Dive and 11, have something refreshing in the K-pop industry, and their music feels different and gives them this sort of uniqueness amongst fourth-gen girl groups, be it from bigger companies or smaller companies. And IVE's music actually is catered to perfection, and both these songs that are Love Dive and 11 feel like they were made to perfection and catered to perfection, and they were not made for popularity purposes or to be trendy or to made for views and stuff like that. Both these songs were made really, really well. Now with Afterlike, it feels like I have made a more generic dance track that I am fine with if it was released by any other girl group, as I said. But since I have this uniqueness to them, I don't like that I Afterlike is in their discography. Though it's an amazing song and it was made really well and it's pretty catchy and stuff, it doesn't feel like an IVE track because it doesn't have that IVE uniqueness to them uniqueness to it. I mean, it doesn't have that uniqueness to it that makes IVE stand out in the K-pop industry. And if Starship continue to make songs like Afterlike, then I will lose a certain uniqueness to them, and they will just be a normal girl group that don't really have anything special about them. And a Starship need to continue with the Love Dive and 11 type of songs instead of making songs like Afterlife, because Love Dive and 11, though not for me, were really amazing and really give IVE this uniqueness to them that makes them stand out in every possible way in the fourth gen. Okay, so the next opinion is actually related to bullying scandals, and it's that I cannot take bullying scandals seriously anymore, or I cannot believe in bullying scandals anymore because of the fact that a lot of the recent ones that have happened have been faked and are fake. Like if you look at Jimin and Garam and Woojin, all these bullying scandals have been fake. Now, the only real bullies in these scandals are not the alleged idols who have been exposed, but the haters and the K-pop fans who pretended to be, the stans of the idol who were in the group. But then when the bullying scandal came around, they went and turned their backs on the idol and hated on them without waiting for more information, without staying neutral and just directly going to hate on these idols. And these people are actually people who don't really love to stay neutral or don't really have an ounce of faith in the idol being innocent. Like, if so many bullying scandals are being shown as fake and they're not being shown as true, why do people still believe in the victim, and why do people still go and hate on the idols? What has the idol ever done to you for you to go hate on them? Did they allegedly bully you for you to go bully them back? No. And even if these bullying scandals were true, you have no right to send hate to the idol and stuff, because you do not know them personally, and plus they did not bully you for you to go hating on them. So the real bullies are actually the people who hate on the idols rather than the idols themselves. Okay, so the next opinion is related to Blackpink and the Girl Crush sound, and is that Blackpink pull off the Girl Crush sound really well, but why can't Blackpink release songs that are not Duru Duru Do 2.0s? Like, ever since Duru Duru Do released, they have released maybe 4 songs that are similar to Duru Duru Do and are Duru Duru Do 2.0s. They do make high quality Girl Crush songs and songs in other concepts, but all these songs that are, How You Like That, Pretty Savage, Pink Venom, and Kill This Love are all songs that have the same type of structures. They have beat drop choruses, they don't end properly, and they have last choruses that have a more louder feel than the other parts of the song. They are actually really good songs, but I want YG to give them good girl crushy songs that are not Jenny starting the song with Lisa doing the second part of the first verse, and then Rose and Jisoo having pre-choruses, and then them having a beat drop chorus, and in the second verse it's a Lisa solo rap or a Jenny solo rap or a Lisa Jenny rap. I want them to have something fresh and different with their girl crush sound. I want them to do songs like Salty's Bad Girls and Ice, who are now known as PCDMs, song Oh My God, for example, which are amazing, high quality, badass, powerful, iconic girl crushy type songs that will have actual choruses and that are actually good and would fit Blackpink's discography really well. I want them to do songs like these. Blackpink just need to diversify the girl crush sound instead of having to release the same type of song in different ways again and again. I just want them to have a a different structure each time they release their girl crush music instead of having the same do type of structure, which is getting old. Okay, so the next opinion is to people who listen to Nugu groups, and the opinion is that people who listen to Nugu groups and hate on popular groups are actually people who don't really care for Nugu groups. And I know that is true because there are a lot of people who listen to Nugu groups just to feel cool or quirky and to feel different amongst other K-pop stans. And if the Nugu group they're listening to, or if one of the Nugu groups they're listening to, who are actually no-go, and they listen to them just because they are no-go and underrated and not because they genuinely care. If any of these no-go groups got popularity, these people would actually stop listening to them because they got popular and they aren't no-go anymore. And I believe that this is true, and this will definitely happen amongst people who listen to no-goes just because they're no-goes and not because they genuinely care. Okay, so the last opinion is actually related towards people who listen to no-goes, and this is coming from a person who genuinely loves no-goes and promotes them so more people know about them. Now, the opinion is that people need to stop listening to no-goes just because they are no-goes, just because they want to feel cool or quirky, or just because, they want to feel different to other K-pop stans because they stan no-goes. Now, no-go standing isn't something different or special or amazing, and you're just standing groups who have lesser popularity and stuff like that than bigger groups. The only thing different between bigger groups and smaller groups, or bigger groups and no-goes, are the popularity and the budget. The reason why I say budget is because most no-goes come from smaller companies, and because of that, they don't have much of a budget to promote all the time on music shows. Maybe they do it once or twice, or they perform 3 or 4 times, but they don't perform as much as bigger companies or popular groups do. And they also don't have enough funds to make high quality MVs and stuff like that. Maybe once in their career they can make decent enough MVs, but those MVs do not compare to bigger company groups because they don't look like a bigger company MV because they come from smaller companies. So there is nothing different between standing no-go groups and popular groups because they are both the same, and you are literally standing no-goes because they're no-goes because you want to feel different. When as a no-go stan myself, there is nothing different between standing both no-go and popular groups. So there is nothing unique about standing no-go groups because no-goes do the same thing as popular groups. They promote on music shows, be it once or twice or maybe more than once or twice. They release music, they release MVs, they release dance practices and performance videos which are released after the MV before the official dance practice, and they release content, be it funny content, be it behind the scenes or how the MV was shot. They do some reality show stuff, and they do some reality show live performances, or they do some live performances on Arirang radio and stuff like that. So they do all the things that popular K-pop groups do, and the only difference between both these groups are the budget and the popularity and the sales and stuff. That's it. There is nothing different about standing no-go groups, and you all should stop with this mentality that no-go group standing makes you feel cool, quirky or special when it doesn't. And you all are just literally doing the same thing as people do with popular groups. You all are just normally standing them, and you all just think that it's different to stand them because they are no-goes, and because you think that it's something amazing to stand them when it's not.